Persecution. The persecution stage focuses on how the perpetrators of the genocidal violence target and prepare their victims. It occurs through systematic treatment of individuals who are members of the target group to cause physical or mental pain and suffering. This is cruel, persistent, widespread treatment is generally intended to weaken the target group and place its members in a vulnerable position. This is just spot on for what's happening. I don't need to rehash everything I've already said above, but man, it's spot on the persecution side of this. This makes them less able to resist future abuses and eventual extermination. And so the nice part about this is it's not really working because we all have banded up enough together and are raising our voice enough together. And it's hitting people that before maybe didn't care so much, maybe more liberals, more centrist, left-leaning liberals or whatever, but they don't have quite the crazy far left ideologies. They're now even getting hit by the censorship and deplatforming and unpersoning and so on and so forth. So they're all of a sudden waking up to going, holy shit, man, wait a minute. So it's kind of probably, hopefully, their attempt to take them down is beginning to backfire, and I hope it continues. I hope the voice and the wave continues to grow, and these social media platforms will wake up. I don't think they will, because this is going to be a culture war that is fought till I don't know how it's won. If it's actually won with actual violence, right? Which I pray to God that doesn't ever come to any of that. Or if it's just won finally with just enough back and forth, figurative fighting to where the ideas went out. But it's actively happening for sure. It says, this makes them less able to resist future abuses and eventual extermination. That's their hope, right? They break us up, they silence us, that will go away. Especially during early stages, persecution measures may target elite members of the target group, such as formal leaders, clergy, intellectuals, and business owners. I found this very interesting because who are the ones right now? I'm not really getting taken down. I got 400 and something subscribers, but the Stephen Crowders of the world, the Gavin McGinnis's, the Laura Loomers, the Avi Yemeni, the Tommy in the UK, I'm having a brain fart, Tommy Robinson, the Alex Jones, which Alex is a bit of a, anyways, I'm not here to say I like Alex Jones, but he's definitely got a major following. The Paul Joseph Watsons, the Vincent Janes, the Drone Techs of the world, the Owen Benjamins, the PragerU. The list is long and pronounced of conservative voices or centrist voices being assaulted. They go after the big ones first to scare the little fish below, but also the little fish below don't have much pool, so they're not too worried about that. But they go after the main ones. They go after the formal leaders first. That's who they go after. Please try to show me how that isn't happening. Examples of events that would be tagged as persecution include imprisonment of leaders and clergy. Again, figurative imprisonment has been happening, right, with the unpersoning and so on and so forth. Intellectuals and others who provide guidance to the group. Harassment of the group members through threats, arrests, vandalisms, and assaults. That completely applies to what's been happening against the content providers and the alternative voices. Torture of imprisonment of group members. That's completely, like, you think about Gavin McGinnis and how he was kicked off of everything, couldn't even get PayPal, all these things, was totally being tortured, financially and socially, because of his viewpoints. Physical concentration or forced relocation of communities into ghetto camps, right? It's pushed out all of these leaders, or not leaders, it's pushed out all of these major content providers into at what was once the peripheral little crappier social media sites, which I don't say that derogatorily, because I like them actually more, but the ones that have less mainstream appeal, and you really got to try to find the places to find these guys. They're kicked off the Twitters and the YouTubes and the Facebooks and all these other mainstream ones, and they get kicked down into the BitChutes and the Minds and the Parlors and the Gabs and all these other ones. I don't want to say they're ghetto because I like them, but you know what I mean. You mean what I know. Restrictions on travel within or outside of the country, forced exile of the group members. Restriction or denial of access to necessities such as food and water and medical supplies and treatment. Confiscation of private property such as homes, businesses, money, and physical goods, or websites, fan pages, YouTube channels, Twitter followings, etc.